A single dime sold for $1.9 million at a Tampa auction. You never know when you might discover a fortune right there in your pocket. In among your loose change, there could be one coin worth enough money to set you up for life, and you'd never guess which coin it was. An auction house in Tampa, Florida just sold one dime for almost $2 million. However, not all coins are created equal. Unfortunately, that quarter you've got from 2001 isn't worth any more than it says on the face. Valuable coins are usually collectible thanks to a peculiarity, something unusual from history that makes them important. Coin collecting aficionados are called numismatists. Essentially, they hunt down coins worth collecting for a variety of different reasons. Additionally, over time, different coins will go up in value and some will become worth less, just like other tradable commodities. With this in mind, what is it that makes a given coin worth more than another? Basically, it comes down to a few factors. This can include the demand for the particular coin as well as its grade, age, design, and even its intrinsic metal value. The coin sold in Tampa for $1,997,500 fits most of these criteria. David Hall of Professional Coin Grading Service in Santa Ana, California said, "A couple of coins have been known among the rarest of the rare for 100 years, and this is one of those numismatic coins." So, how do you recognize a $2 million coin? The coin in question was a dime minted in 1894, known as the 1894 S. Barber dime. Keep an eye out for any dime from this year, even if it isn't an S. Barber, since it could still be worth hundreds of dollars. It's important to note that this special dime is notable for another reason too. If you find a dime from 1894, look at the bottom of the crest on the tail side of the coin. If the coin you have is indeed a $2 million coin, it will have a small S printed on it. However, the 1894 S is something extremely special. According to Heritage Auctions, this particular dime is a classic rarity in American coinage, often grouped with the 1804 dollar and the 1913 Liberty nickel as the big three of United States numismatic rarities. It's important to appreciate how important this coin is to numismatists. The San Francisco Mint struck just 24 of the special dimes and 5 were kept for analysis and evaluation purposes. That means only 19 were ever released. Of these, fewer than 10 are thought to be still in existence. However, not all of those 19 dimes would be worth $2 million. The reason the Tampa coin sold for the price it did is because it's an exceptional example. Professional coin grader David Hall said it's in spectacular condition, almost perfect. That's incredibly rare for a coin this old. The S in the 1894 S stands for San Francisco, the place where the coin was minted. Some of the 19 that were released may have been given to foreign dignitaries who visited the area at the time, while various tales abound about the fate of the other coins. One of the most famous stories concerns the daughter of the superintendent of the mint. The superintendent gave his daughter 3 of these special dimes and told her to save them, telling her that by the time she was his age, the coins would be very valuable. However, so the story goes, rather than keep hold of all 3, she decided to buy an ice cream with one of them. Many of the 19 dimes that were released have seemingly dropped off the face of the earth. As a result, these are of particular interest among numismatists. Such is their attraction, Heritage Auctions has offered $10,000 just to be the first to study one if someone turns it in. A senior numismatist at Heritage Auctions, Mark Borkart, said, "They could be in somebody's desk drawer. They could be sitting in somebody's bank box. People could look almost anywhere and they might show up. The chances of finding one are infinitesimal, but stranger things have happened." The excitement generated by the huge sum for the 1894 S. Barber dime was considerable. As such, attention soon switched to the identities of the buyer and seller. However, both asked to remain anonymous, with the buyer identified only as an experienced collector. Significantly, these Barber dimes are not the only valuable dimes out there, so keep your eyes open for other possible finds. These include the 1829 Liberty Cap dime and the 1968 S. Roosevelt dime, each of which could sell at auction for nearly $8,000. It's a pretty good return. However, you do well not to focus all your efforts on just trying to find dimes. There are several other coin types out there that could raise millions of dollars at the right auction. One of these is a coin called the 1804 dollar. One of these rare 1804 dollars might earn a lucky finder over $4 million. In fact, one such example was sold for $4.14 million in 1999, a figure that could certainly be trumped were one to be auctioned today. Due to their incredible value, these dollars are among those at high risk of being counterfeited. 1804 dollars have a very interesting backstory to numismatists, since they were not actually minted in that year but 30 years later. Some were used as gifts on a diplomatic mission from the United States to Asia. Others were struck to be traded with collectors for pieces that the mint wanted for its own archive. So, how likely are you to find a valuable coin down the back of the couch? Well, the probability of finding a rare coin depends on three factors: how many of the coins were minted in any given year, how long they've been in circulation, and something called collector pressure. This final one is key, since the older and more valuable a coin is, the more likely it is that other people have already found it.